Hello, we're live, and I just literally got home 5 minutes ago. Not even 2 minutes ago. But we made it on time. I didn't fix the thing on YouTube, so I don't know what it was saying for you guys. I know it probably still said 2:30. Let me check. But I've never actually done a stream that I pushed and I didn't manually fix the time. So I was like, is it just gonna start without me? And I guess it doesn't. So that's good to know. I was at the thrift store, which is why I pushed the stream because whenever my parents go to a particular place, I tag along with them because the thrift store's right there. And they were like, "Oh, I want to go early," and I was like, "The one day you want to go early." So yeah, that's what I ended up just pushing it an hour. I have a whole bunch of things on my dashboard. Why can I get rid of this? Or my taskbar, I mean. Oh, and I forgot to get allergy medication, and I am very stuffy. Oh God, I need to get allergy medication, man. Let me just close all of this stuff off. I have so much stuff open. Let's see. My settings are okay. Can you hear me okay? I think so. Move this way. Sorry about that terrible sound. Mic volume. Adjust my... Okay, maybe I'll just turn it up a little. Is this, better or is it too loud? Okay, we'll do it like that. Hi. Yeah, Tess, I did find good things. I'll show you. I have the whole bag. I'm just like, oh, my nose. God, I'm gonna have to get, antihistamine when we do our first sprint. Because I have been having crazy bad... I've never had, seasonal allergies before. Really that are that, maybe I'll sneeze a little bit. It's not so bad. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. Every single day I wake up and I'm just fucking miserable. And so I thought it was my room. So my sister and my grandma, because I'm terrible at figuring out how to plan a big deep clean. And my grandma used to clean professionally or whatever before she retired or whatever. And so she was helping, even though she's old. She was like, "No, I'm gonna help you." So we cleaned everything, which is good, but I'm still waking up quite stuffy. It's better though. It's better. Anyways, so I'll show you in a second. But I was also touching a whole bunch of dust. I should not have just touched my eyes. What have I done? Anyways, the thrift store was nice. Even though I was like, "Oh my God, these allergies are so bad." This is the one morning I didn't take one because I was like, "Oh, I feel fine." Lies. Me just complaining in the first 3 minutes of the stream. Hi Rylan. Hi Will. Audio is good. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thank you. Hi Pia. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi Scholarly Coffee. Hi Stein. Hi Devereaux. Hello. Oh my gosh. There's 18 people here. Packed house. Thanks for waiting for me. Honestly, I'm never really sure when to do my streams because I'm I could really do them at any time. So if people really want me to do later ones, I could. What is happening? You know what? I give up. I could do them later, but I get kind of tired and I don't know. My brain is not working later in the day, which is why I don't typically do them earlier. Oh, your first stream. Hello. Is your name pronounced Salomia? Am I saying it right? I don't know. Correct me. I always ask people, so I try to remember for the next time. Except I said I would remember and then I forgot. Is it Malin or Malin? Remind me. I really do need to start writing these down so that I apologize. I don't want to keep asking people because I feel like that's going to get annoying. But yeah, 20 people here. Oh, I didn't reblog this on Tumblr. Let me reblog it. And I'll show you what I got today. I was pretty good at having self-control because sometimes I buy stupid shit at the thrift store that I don't need. It's for parts of my collection, but I need to remind myself that just because I can add it to a collection doesn't mean that I want it as part of my collection. I'm talking about CDs. I buy too many CDs. Where is my post? How come I can't find it? Here we go. Happening now. And I also found out that you can use the AI function on StreamYard. And you could change the color for the thumbnails, which is cool. I've been meaning to make actual thumbnails. I just have no time. Or I don't want to spend 5 minutes making the thumbnails. I've just been using their tool that basically adds it to text yourself. I'm going to close off all my work documents. Hold on. Goodbye. Closing this off. Ooh, that feels nice, even though I love work. It's been very nice. But for the weekend, Malin, right? Did I say that right? Hi, book lover. Hi, Rachel. I really enjoyed your video where you shared your old writing. What video? Oh, is that the recent one? I've been meaning to post videos. I filmed one not long ago, and I just need to edit it because it's not like too complicated to edit. Like I purposefully made it so it would be very simple. Oh, the writing evolution video. That video did well. Nice. Okay. How could someone be so talented at 12 years old? I was so like pleasantly surprised. Rereading them yesterday, I was like, dude, this is good. Or not yesterday when I filmed them. What am I saying? My brain's not working. Okay. I went to bed late. I did sleep in, which was good. I'm gonna close my work notebook too, because I'm like, okay, I'm not working today. I have a prescription here I should take out though, because I need to fill that this week. I should have filled that today. Oh no. Anyway, I'm happy you enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to make. And why are things on top of my George Michael record? Oh no. I'm gonna stand it up here because I don't want to damage him. I didn't show you. Hold on. Where did I put it? I made a zine. Hold on. Where did I put it? Rachel! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it. I made a zine, and it's like Fostered related and everything. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I love this rolly chair because that means I can just roll everywhere. But my bed is a mess because I've like I didn't make it properly because I literally got out of bed, didn't make my bed, ran down here to do the stream, and I barely made that thing. So I had stuff all over the floor. Hold on, I got it. My zine. I'll show it to you in a bit. It's like 7 minutes. I'll wait for like the 10-minute mark, but I made this a couple days ago. Show it to you. It's really cool. I want to do copies. I might mail them to people. Zine. Yes, that's been my brain the last couple days. Calling in from work, Jay Parker, excited to get stuff done. We will try to get stuff done. I have not been writing very much lately, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. Thanks, Pia. I posted on Instagram, which is why Pia would have seen it, but it was so fun to make. Like I do want to make little copies. I don't think I'll do anything with them except like I might just mail them to people that I like know. Jesus Christ, I just dropped it. My patience today is very it's the end of the week, okay? I get to pick it up. Can I pick it up with my toe? No, I can't do it. Whatever. This is just mine. And it's so tiny, so cute. Isn't it cute? Anyway, I'll show it to you in a bit. Yeah, it's so cute. I didn't realize how easy they were. I was doing it like for work research, basically. Just like figuring out how to like fold it, how to make it or whatever. So it looks like this. This is the way that I like it's up. The first section is like upside down. So then like when you fold it, they're all the right side. Anyways, so I made this. It's so fun. I'll explain what this project was for in a little bit. Oh, also calling it from work. Writing on company time. Okay, we will write. I have to take it very slow. I realized I was like, writing is just sort of like sucked like for weeks, and it's not like sucking like terribly, but it's just like I'm not excited about it. Like the last 2 streams, I haven't even written on the stream. Like as I've said, I've just been working on the stream because I just don't feel like writing. And in a sense, I kind of take advantage of that because I rarely take breaks because like I'm very bad at taking breaks. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, it's kind of like a good opportunity to use this sort of like lack of inspiration, or lack of excitement, because it's not even a lack of inspiration, just lack of excitement, period, to actually break. But then it gets a little exhausting because I'm like, oh, I really do want to write though. So I think it might just be medication side effects. Like I was like, wait, is this a Zoloft? Like it probably is. And sort of like coinciding with like, I started a job. I'm like I'm gonna drop the zine again. I'm dealing with sort of like, a new routine and everything. I think those things sort of combined might be why. But anyways, oh my goodness. Mary Powder says, my health has been a wreck in ways so I won't get into since my trip to see the relatives. Things keep going wrong with this condition in spring/summer. And for once, I'm looking into benefits. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That sounds so stressful. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, that does not sound fun. I know what it's like to, struggling with health problems and stuff. So I hope you feel better soon. When I was on Zoloft, it made me big sleepy, so that definitely could be why. So I think I've been on Zoloft twice. The first time I had to come off because I got like severe side effects that I can't say on the stream without giving content warnings. But if you know, you know. Like it was so bad that I went cold turkey off of them. It was like in 2020, but because I'm older now, I've been on like almost every single SSRI. It's crazy. But because I'm older now, I don't think I will react that badly to them. So we're going low and slow, which has been very helpful and it's helped. But the issue I've had with every single one that I've taken is like it usually just like makes me not enjoy like anything. Thankfully, I'm enjoying my other hobbies, which is good. It's just like with writing, it's like my brain it's not braining right now, which is okay. Why do I have another? I have so many tabs open. I'm just like, I don't want this visual clutter. Like, is it the end of the week? Free me from this visual clutter. Anyways, so I'll show you the zine and then I'll show you what I got today. So this is the zine. Like as you can see, it's moving day. I don't know, it's probably backwards for you. Hi, Jonathan. We're talking about my zine that I made. And so this is, I ended up writing a chapbook. So last year I wrote a chapbook called When He Goes, He Is Gone, which I've shown you before. And I just made personal copies and I sent it to like friends and that was literally it. Because I don't know what to do with it otherwise. And so I wanted to write another chapbook. And so I started it back in the fall and I ended up calling that one You're Like the Sun. And that one is, so the first chapbook is sort of like the Mothwork, like it's a Mothwork adaptation. And the second chapbook is just all love poems in Jeremiah's point of view. So they're love poems. Most of them are about Harrison. Sorry. Anyway, so that's been really fun. I've been writing them on and off. I wrote 5 of them and I just finished the last one. And so they're micro chapbooks. It's not like a full-length chapbook because chapbooks are typically longer than 5 poems. But I love the micro chapbook form. It really lets me create a story. So I thought for every single poem in the micro chapbook, I'll make a zine for When He Goes, He's Gone. So the first poem is Move-In Day, and that, so I made one. You can't, like, it's kind of like washed out, but ICP is coming. Jeremiah, my man, pick yourself up. Exactly. Like, why does he stoop so low? I just got a notification from who? Was that an email? Where is my phone? Oh God, I think I left it over there. You know what? If it's urgent, someone will contact me another way. Anyways, so there you can see it. You can see it's like illustrated. So I drew all of this on my iPad, but I just traced stock photos from Unsplash because I made this an hour before I had to go to sleep. I was not about to draw things by hand. Okay. So I loved making this. It was a lot of fun. So this is the first page, and then it's just a simple zine fold. It's not very complicated. The second page says for 2. There's some hearts and you can see some dishes. I found out that my cat's alive. Is this a good thing? I hope so. Like, are we celebrating? I hope that's good. I didn't know. Was your cat missing? Did we talk about that before? Oh my gosh. I hope the cat's okay. And then the third page is this black page. There's a pillow. You can't really see it. It says, he sleeps with your pillow on the wrong side, which is one of the lines from the poem. Hello. Hi, Bella. I'm showing everyone my chapbook I'm not chapbook, my zine for the chapbook that I wrote. This page is cool because you can actually read it. I can't read it, but you can read it, I think, because I think it won't flip. You should be able to see this, right? It says you love him. I don't think you could. Will it show you? I don't think you can read the other text, but it's just part of the poem. But I made it so you could only read it when it was flipped, which I think is kind of thematic. And then I did soap on this. Soap. This was fun. I don't usually draw like objects, so I found this was quite fun. I did it in Procreate. And then there's like a dandelion vibe there. And then the last page is an armpit. Wonderful. This is a stock photo actually from Unsplash. It's awesome. And there's also a quote from the poem on the side, and then a shower. Yeah, and then the back is like the pinky promise, and then these like big swirl. This is kind of ugly, the back, to be honest. That's okay. I thought he died, and I saw him in a tree yesterday. Okay, I am so happy that you found your cat. This happened to my best friend with her childhood cat many times because he used to spend most of his time outside. He went missing like twice, and I understand like her relief. It was like just huge relief because you do like you grieve them when they're gone, and you think they're gone forever. So that's a huge relief. I'm happy that you found him. I hope you did retrieve him from the tree. Oh, he came down on his own. Okay, good. What's the cat's name? I'm kind of curious. But anyway, that was this. So this is fun. I'm gonna make more. I have a couple more poems. Let's find out what they're all called. You'd think I'd remember. I've read a couple of them on the streams before, I think. So the first poem's A Moving Day, second one's Sunday Lovers, third one's He's Listening to the Killers, which I've read before. Fourth one is He Could Have You, which is the last one I wrote. I don't think Dallin is on the stream, but that was with one of Dallin's characters. Thank you to Dallin for letting me borrow Bo. And then the last one is The Other 2005, which I don't love. Like, I think the ending's kind of awkward, but it's the perfect final poem. Like, I want to talk about how I order the like micro chapbooks, because I also think like a micro chapbook is kind of like the novella of chapbooks. Like, chapbooks are already the novella of poetry collections, but I think that, I don't know, in a sense, like the micro ones also feel like the novella of the existing chapbooks, like the longer chapbooks. So it's such a cool form. I'd love to talk about like how you think about ordering the poems, how you think of a narrative, how you know it's done. But zine is so cool. I've been working on mini collages for my novels forever. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think making like physical media for the book is so nice. Like, I think especially for like little projects, I'm not publishing any of these. It's just nice for them to exist. So then you get this whole thing. So with the zine, you just cut the middle so that you can like basically like you put it like this, kind of like a cookie catcher, and then you fold it down and it folds into a booklet. So it looks like that. I think it looks super cool, like in a full spread. But yeah, anyways. Inspiring me to do my own things. I've been thinking about one for weeks. You should, because I was thinking about it for forever. I was like, oh, I really want to do this, but like, I don't know. And I was like, no. Like, let me just do it. Because it's like zines are just supposed to be like low budget, like quick little projects. It's not supposed to be that serious. So I think it was nice to just sort of impulsively do it before I had to go to sleep, because then I couldn't take too long on it. Yeah, you should make one. They're really simple. Like this one that's just like I keep taking it apart, but the 4, like the grid, like the 4x2, super, super easy fold. Like you can literally just do it at home. There was a template I found on like a blog post or something. Binks. Oh, /Chonko is his name. He had a brother named Gigi, but he ran away. Oh no, I am so sorry. But I'm so happy you were able to rescue him, and I'm happy that he seems to be doing okay now. Make the zine. I'm gonna like peer pressure you into making the zine. They're so fun. I love making them, and I just think, I don't know, it just feels nice to have like something it's not the project, because I have to make the chapbook itself, like physical copies of the chapbook itself, but it's also nice to have these. But I'd love to mail these to people. I have some like poetry people that might want these. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna leave it on the floor. You know what? I can't do with this today. I have the vision. I just need to buy black paper and star stickers for this one. Ooh, nice. Yes, they're so fun. I think like I also want to make one where I don't have to print it. Yeah, I can make it by hand because I did print this one out. But I think like drawing things by hand could be nice. And then you like, if you make several copies, like everyone's different. So I started a personal zine because saving all my poetry for submission starts to feel claustrophobic. It's fun to write stuff that finally belongs to me again. Yes, I love the way you said that. It can be nice, I think, even just to remind myself of what I've written, because it can be like, when you write a lot of short stories or poems, like they just kind of exist as a document, and you're like, oh, like what do I do with that now? But I feel like I can make zines for like the chapters of like Sunless Ground too. I think it could be fun. It's just a cute little project. Any advice for screenwriting? I'm struggling to write a full feature film. I'm not a very good screenwriter, so probably not a good like person to ask because I don't have a lot of experience with screenwriting. I thought I would be a screenwriter and that I was going to study screenwriting, and then I ended up doing poetry. Oh, Laura, I'm so happy you liked it. It's so fun. Yeah, I do send that chapter if you want to read. When he goes, he's gone. Let me know and I'll send it to you. Anyone here? I just haven't published it. I just don't know where to put it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just send it to people. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know much about screenwriting. Like besides the fact I've tried, I just don't. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. It's not very intuitive for me. I'm just here for the community and the vibes this week. I'm just existing right now, but I will cheer everyone else on during the sprints. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to write. I think I might close read some of Changing States. I don't know, just for fun, or like I'll format it as sort of like a novel page and print it out and then like, physically annotate that. I think that might be nice. Cause like, I'm just not feeling connected to my writing. I never showed you guys this though. Hold on. Can I grab it off my wall? Speaking of Changing States, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. It's on my wall. Hold on. It's above Lonan. When I first started, last year when I was having a lot of like chronic pain issues and it was like affecting my mental health really extremely, I was writing Changing States. And so when I was writing it, I was like in the part where Jeremiah is going on a road, like the road trip. So it's like a short section of Changing States, but kind of one of my favorite parts. So I ended up drawing this scene that says, says something for me that says, "You're not stuck, just get up," which is like kind of a thing I was saying to myself because like I felt like I couldn't move a lot of the times. Anyways, so I wrote that here, but the actual scene is like, it's Changing States. It's a little illustrated car. So Jeremiah's car, he's going into Motel 6. Because that actually happens in Changing States. So I just realized I never showed that to people, kind of in line with it. Kind of is zine in a way. Zine making stream when we should have done that. Darn. Okay, maybe the next one. Why don't we do the next one? That could be fun. Writing has not been happening for me recently, so a little diversion would be nice. Yeah, I don't think I want to like drafts because I tried drafting. I like wrote something with Reeve and I was talking to my sister yesterday and she's like, "Oh, I can help you," or whatever, like, but it's not even like I just don't feel like there right now, and I don't know why. Like I said, it could just be like medication side effects. Has done this for every single time I've been on these medications. There's a period where like I just don't feel connected to like anything that I like doing. Thankfully, I'm connected to everything except for writing. So I'm like, okay, I'll do everything else. Don't have a printer, so we're going full scrapbook. Oh, that's fun though. That's nice. I did a whole bunch of self-portraits. They're right outside. I can get them. I'll get them after. But I posted them on my personal Instagram. And so I have a whole bunch of them printed out. And I never showed you guys this. It's right here, so I can. I made this notebook out of a Chicken Joy bag. Literally, like I made this whole thing is recycled. So like the cardboard is from a samosa box. So the cardboard for the hardback, like it's kind of a thin hardback. It's not thick. So the spine too. And then I covered it in a Chicken Joy bag, which has handles. This is my new junk journal. So then the pages are like Wendy's bags. So this is the keg. I think my parents might have gotten something for their anniversary. Then Wendy's was from like Mother's Day. My parents got Wendy's. So I was like, "Oh, can you keep the bags?" And I just made this in in one day, which is kind of cool. Anyways, so I have a couple things in it so far. For me, as somebody who kind of struggles with like holding on to things and not throwing things away, really struggle with it. It's good to have something like this because basically I can put like junk without it like taking up space. Like my mom, for example, like when she was in Portugal, she brought me back something and it was wrapped in wrapping paper and I just can't bring myself to throw away the wrapping paper. Anyways, so I can put it in here, I can put a strip of it and then, recycle the rest. But I'll show you. Hold on. What's one spread? My sister and I went to go see a movie, when we was talking about the double feature. So I kept the ticket stub for I Saw the TV Glow, which my brother's band had like a song in this movie. And so I was able to put it in here because I kept one when my brother, the same one that was in the band, he went to see The Little Mermaid with me, my grandma, my sister last year, and I still have the ticket stub, so I can put it in here rather than it sort of just like floating around at my desk. Then these are like these are stickers. So this is from an overpriced sandwich that I ate last week, which is why I didn't stream last week, did I? No, I streamed on Thursday, but that's why I didn't stream on Friday because I was downtown. So I got this sandwich. It was delicious, but this came there. Anyway, so I just couldn't throw it away. It was so nice. And then these are like album stickers. So this is like when I got the CD of Crushing by Julia Jacqueline and then Billy's new album. I just couldn't throw them away, okay? So now they have a place. All that to say, I was doing self-portraits yesterday of myself. So now I have the little scrapbook here. And so I'm going to put them in the junk journal because I printed them out and I just don't want to throw them away. So perfect. Sorry, now I'm really behind on the comments. Ooh, talk about screenwriting. Pacing beats are way more important than books you need to outline for screenwriting, basically. I have so many thoughts about this because I feel like a lot of fiction writers, and maybe this is not going to be the most elegant way to say it, but I think especially like on AuthorTube and just in writing space, not just AuthorTube, to be honest, like I see this a lot on Instagram. There's like an obsession over fiction writers emulating movie structure, and it's so bizarre to me because like a book, like now I don't gatekeep. If there's a way that it works for somebody and they want to write that way, I have nothing against it. Like with Save the Cat, I don't have anything against it, but like Save the Cat as a beat sheets, I believe started out as a screenwriting thing and it was adapted into a novel thing. I just think it's so interesting. When I saw somebody on Instagram, I think, made a video talking about like how they also think it's weird that writers really sort of like are hyper focused on like screenwriting techniques for writing novels when writing a novel is more similar to writing a TV show, which I agree with. I mean, I have sort of done both. I haven't obviously written a full TV show, but I've but I pitched a TV pilot, and it was the TV pilot for Seventh Virtue, literally the novel, and it was very easy to like transfer the novel to the TV show, whereas transferring like movie structure to a novel doesn't really make any sense. But that's my 2 cents, because I agree with you. Like the pacing and the beats, they do matter. You do expect certain things in movies. Like if you're watching a rom-com, you're expecting the rom-com beats, which is why watching rom-coms with me and my sister is probably very irritating for everybody else, but because we can point out the beats. Like, oh, this is the beat, this is gonna happen, the fight's gonna happen, and then they're gonna make up, and this is how it's gonna end, like because that like rom-coms really follow that formula quite strongly. Anyways, I'm still behind on these comments. Working on a play called Banshee. It's about a man who attempts suicide after having visions of Banshee. Oh, interesting. I don't write plays. I did see some plays today that were selling at the thrift store, but I didn't buy them. I never really got into plays. I was supposed to do playwriting in my intro to writing unit, so I would have written a play, but then COVID happened, so they axed the unit, and you just had to do it if you wanted to. And I didn't. Not that I didn't want to write it, I just didn't do it. Any advice for making a good character do bad stuff? My character becomes an assassin against her will and needs to kill people for the plot, but kind of doesn't want to. This is a really good question. And again, I am the worst person to ask this question to because I am very sensitive when it comes to my characters. Like if I feel they're a good person, it takes a lot for me to like make them do bad things. It's why it took me so long to figure out that Feeding Habits wasn't working, because Harrison is actually a bad person and makes bad decisions. Because I was like, no way could he be a bad person and do all these bad things? Like he's such a good person to me. Like he was like, no, he's not. So I'm like the worst person to ask. Anyways, hi D Frog, just got out of school for the summer. Oh, nice, yay, summer break. Reminds me of how I made my grandmother a physical copy of my book with cardstock and paper bags. This is the cover. Ooh, that's so cool. Faster than ordering print copies. Also, like I like it because it's cheaper. Like making my own book, like binding my own book by hand. Yeah, okay. In a sense, it might be like a similar price. Okay, maybe. But for me, it feels cheaper because I'm like, yes, I have to invest in like the ink and the paper up front, which is just generally going to be more expensive than buying it. But then I don't have to pay for shipping. So like it feels nice. Anyways, box full of candy wrappers. I used to do that. I had a whole thing of Kinder wrappers that I never did anything with as a kid. They are probably still somewhere in my house. For the person who wanted screenwriting advice, read screenplays. There are PDFs you can find online. Yeah, also check out Save the Cat by Blake Snyder and the book by John Truby. Yeah, Save the Cat is, I mean, that's just like a huge one in screenwriting. But anyways, yes, read scripts, because when you read a script, you're like, oh, now I get it. I've read a couple scripts, just not too many. And even like TV versus movie scripts, look at those too, depending on what you're trying to write. Books and screenplays are super different. Trying to get screenplay structure to work in books is kind of not great. Doesn't work one-to-one. I agree. And the thing is, like, I don't understand the new wave of like, this is how you use Save the Cat to do, like, for example, Save the Cat doesn't make sense to me. I love Save the Cat, by the way, but Save the Cat like writes a novel, the one that was adapted to novels, doesn't make sense to me because the first beat is still like opening image or whatever, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. We were just talking about random things. You're not that late. I'm late to your comment. But like, I did the. Let me see if I can find Save the Cat, since we're just talking about it. Her seventh virtue. I just went in retroactively and put seventh virtue into Save the Cat to see if it was how it would work. And oh, why is it cute though? I can share my screen. We can look at it together. Hold on. Let me just read it before I'm like embarrassing myself on the internet. This is so funny. Okay, here. I'll share this with you. Let me close the rest of my documents because I don't want you to see those. And for some reason, I'm paranoid that it will share those. So we'll just close this. Here we go. Let me just scroll to the bottom of this chat to make sure I'm not missing too many comments. No, I'm not. Okay, I'll show you. This is just something I'm really interested in talking about. And I will make a video on it. But I just like, I don't get it. I'm like, what's with this obsession with Save the Cat and using it for novels, because I think it's a useful tool, but I just think it might be trickier to use in some areas, and I would amend it for novels. I know it's already been amended, but I think I might amend it again in a way to work better for novels. Hold on, how do I show you this? Share screen. I know I'm supposed to show you my I'm supposed to also show you my Drift Hall. We will go through it. Let me just share. See if you can tell me if you can see my document in a second. Hold on. You should be able to see that, right? Hi, welcome to my Word. This feels intimate. Yeah, you can see it. So this was a beat sheet that I did. So these are just the first two beats. So the first beat was like opening image, 0 to 1%. This is one thing that doesn't make sense to me with Save the Cat in novel form. Like, maybe if you like Save the Cat for novel form, I wonder, let me know if you think the percentage is helpful. The reason why it makes sense in a screenplay is because like a screenplay has a certain set of minutes. And so each page counts for a minute. And so each page you can more easily calculate a percentage. But you can't do that with a novel, like especially depending on the length and the genre. So the 0 to 1%, yeah, anyway, a single scene beat that shows up before snapshot of the protagonist in the flawed world that he or she lives in. So the Harrison's was living in a time where he relives the same week of his life over and over again. Harrison is fired once again from his job, scene 1.1. So that's the opening image, a single scene beat that shows before snapshot. So like technically it does that, but like, does it tell me a lot as the writer about like how I should approach that? Not really, like, because I don't know, like writing isn't like an image-based medium. So anyways, it's kind of interesting to focus on the opening image here. And then the theme stated a single beat scene in which a statement is made by someone other than the protagonist that hints at what the protagonist will learn before the end of the story. This one is the one that really doesn't make sense to me. Opening image I can get behind, but then theme stated I feel like this is very hard to make work exactly in this way in like a novel in prose form. I'm just like thinking out loud in my head. Anyways, Foster suggests Harrison seek help from Reeve, effectively opening himself up to new experiences rather than limiting himself to the past. Which, I mean, it kind of like, I was kind of shocked when I went and put Seventh Virtue into Save the Cat, because it really fit quite perfectly. So it's not that it doesn't fit. I just feel like this is not going to be helpful for me when I write it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does this tell me? Like, theme state. Is this really the theme of Seventh Virtue? Like, maybe. But anyway, I wanted to show you that because I don't know. I know there's like that, where people really like Save the Cat and everything, and I like it myself too. I think out of all of the plot structures, it's the one that makes the most sense to me. I'm like, the adaptation between this and like a screenplay, it's just not working for me. Anyways, I tried to write both plays and movies when I was younger, but aside from writing a skit, I put on with my friends that went nowhere. Novels have my entire heart. Yeah, I'm not really much of like a screen or play person. Best advice I ever got for how to make a good character do bad things is figuring out what it would take for them to do the bad thing and then putting them through that. Yeah, that's so true. I think that's why I like could never like feeding habits took me forever because I was like I couldn't figure it out. Like I was like, what would ever have made him do that? And I was like, you need to think. Like this terrible breakup would obviously make him do all these terrible things, but I wasn't thinking of it that way. I have a hard time conceptualizing how the percentage translates to novels. I don't get it either. Like I do think that there is probably a way, but I think when we're looking at craft, I think it's also important to remember, which is like something I dislike in the writing community. Like it's just theory. Like I don't when it's presented like by, in a way that's like digestible for an algorithm, because I won't blame the creators for making the post this way because they won't get pushed out if they're not made in a certain way. Like, oh, the only way to write a novel or whatever. Like I get it because like algorithmically, like that's the way that you'll catch an algorithm's attention. But like when I think about writing craft like Save the Cat, like it's just a theory. And so this theory in particular, I think the novel version, Save the Cat Writes a Novel, came out in 2018, right? So it's like relatively new, even though, the actual beat sheet, like it's Snyder's beat sheet, right? Is it? I think so. I don't know. The screenwriting people will know better than me. That's been around for forever. Since it's only kind of more recently been adapted to novels, it makes sense. Like the theory is sort of younger. And when I think of it that way, then writing advice seems a less scary because I'm like, I was just writing theory that like somebody just made up, which I think is interesting to me when I think about actually, let's check it out. My video on how to write short stories almost has 100,000 views, which is insane to me. I never thought like any of my videos would have that many views. It might have already crossed there or it's really close. It's at 98.3K. So probably by the end of the weekend, it'll hit 100,000 views. And what's crazy to me is a lot of teenagers have found that video. So maybe people watching this have found me through that video. Because I think YouTube tells me that people have found it through Google Classroom. So I think maybe a teacher might have shared it with their class or something, or many teachers share it with their class. So I think it's interesting thinking that a ton of teenagers probably think that the only way to write a short story is the way that I've taught it in my video, and like what I've said is factual, but it's just my thoughts. Like it's just something that came out of my head. So like I always like want people to remember that, like when you're consuming writing advice, and like, if Save the Cat doesn't make sense for me because like opening image and theme stated doesn't make any sense to me in a written medium, then I would just change it, like change the language so that it makes more sense to my brain, because it's not set in stone. Anyway, that was a whole random cahoodle that I went on. This is so funny, Pia. This when I realized that all my characters are just terrible people, writing them do bad things was so much easier, and then writing them do good things was also easier because terrible people also do good things. Like because I write like I try to be nuanced with the characters. Anyways, I once tried to outline my book by inverting the hero's journey out of spite. The restrictiveness of that structure carried over, and I've had to start out over almost entirely. The filler was intense. The hero's journey. I had to like study this for school, and I don't mind the hero's journey, but again, really sort of like, all of the examples that you see in modern day are really emphasized on film. So I'll see the hero's journey, and they're talking about Wizard of Oz and Star Wars are like the biggest ones I think that I see that they give examples to for the hero's journey. And I like the hero's journey in a sense, but then it gets very long. And when you watch movies like The Wizard of Oz and you see like the structure, to me, it's a little repetitive. Like not to diss the Wizard of Oz movie, because I feel like that's kind of like, I'm gonna get a mob against me. I shouldn't say these things about the Wizard of Oz. But for me, like the end of the hero's journey kind of repeats itself, which is why I like some of it. I might then go amend it. I love that idea of inverting it though. For anyone who wants to look at TV writing format, go to your search engine and type in Google TV writing pages, and a link should pop up with a bunch of TV pilots from the US and UK. That is super cool. Yeah, I love, I want to get more into writing TV shows. Like even if I just adapt something for fun, I think it would be nice. I've been meaning to do that. I just haven't had time or like the investment to do it yet, but so funny. We were just talking about the hero's journey and Save the Cat. That's so funny. Magazine. Save the Cat helps me more now that I read the YA version. There's a YA version of Save the Cat that I'm sure could be helpful. Because I think, YA books I can understand relying more on sort of like the set formula, almost like rom-com, where the genre itself almost calls for a certain structure. And I think YA, in a sense, needs that because they're, advertising to younger readers who probably need the structure to help them sort of read a book. So I think that makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. This is what I think. Honestly, you can just, if it's not working for you, just modify it. But I just think there's like there's a new wave of, and I understand where it's coming from. There's just a new wave of writing advice where it's like you have to do it this way, and like this is the reason why you suck. And I and I get it because like I've been there and I've done it before, and I understand also because like literally it's horrible how algorithms like reward negativity. I just don't think it's a very helpful thing. I don't know. That's why I just don't make writing advice videos anymore. Unless like I'm really passionate about a topic. I just haven't done one in like over a year now because I don't know. I don't want to have to rely on like marketing the video that way because I don't want to like stress people out with my content. Yeah, flexibility is available. I like that. Exactly. You just write in the way that works for you. You get it. Get the YA one. It's more recent. Yeah, I know. Save the Cat writes a novel is it's a bit older, right? And it's that's what I was saying. It's like new theory, and so it just takes more time to develop. And now the YA one probably has a little bit more development and makes more sense. I think a way to do writing advice would be advice to pass me rather than advice that's applicable to everyone because that's just never true. I agree, and I like hearing about writers' processes and stuff like that. So I like how you phrased it, like advice to pass me. I might steal that for your video. But that's kind of like what I did with my best lessons I've learned about writing. Even that video, like I hate the way I have to title it, and I don't have to. It's just like, it's the endless like moral dilemma with content creators. It's just a pain sometimes. I use a 3-act structure purely to help me put all the scenes playing in my brain in order that I just go crazy, go stupid. I like the 3-act structure for its simplicity. I find that I used to shit on Freytag's Pyramid, which is pretty much like it's this 3-act structure, just more like in depth. But I actually kind of like Freytag's Pyramid the most out of all the teachers. My Wi-Fi. I literally live right next to the modem. Hopefully I didn't freeze that badly. It wasn't your Wi-Fi, it's my Wi-Fi. I'm not even joking you. I live like this desk. Maybe when you cut out the door, 2 feet, 3 feet away from the modem. Why does this keep happening? I don't know. But anyways, I wasn't saying anything important. I need to show you what I got so that we can actually do things because it's like 40 minutes in. So this is the prices are kind of insane, but this was like a brand new book. This is A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. I know like Lizelle's always posting about this one, so I had to get it, and I just think it's a beautiful book. I love the art on the cover, so that's why I got it. I haven't been reading a lot of YA, but I was like, it's like a brand new book, so I will pay $5.99 for it. Fine. This was such a stupid purchase. I got the Scottish Prisoner, which is like Outlander, because this is like if you're an Outlander head like me. This is Jaime and Lord John. I saw it and I was like, this has to be about Jaime, and I opened it and it was. It's Jaime and Lord John, and I love Lord John, so I just had to get it. I probably won't read it, but it will stay on my shelf. This is like I was like, this it's Pride. Like I have to get it. This is my gift to myself for Pride, okay? What else did I get? My sister is really into royal history, so I got her a magazine of Princess Diana. Hold on. She knows a lot about just history, period, and like European history, mostly English history she knows a lot about, so I got her this magazine. of Diana. Who made this? It doesn't even say. I have no idea. But the photos are beautiful. Like, as a photographer, these photos are insane. Like, I like having, like, you know, I like having big photo spreads like this, magazines, like physical photos and stuff. Play Queen. Okay. Anyways, so I got that for Sarah. It was like $1, $2. What else did I get? Oh, the Enchanted soundtrack. Yes. This was kind of a stupid purchase, but I was like, I used to watch this movie every single day when I was like 5. I remember this movie came out when I was 5 because Morgan is like, but I'm 6, like in the movie because she's 6. So I remember when I turned 6, I used to watch this movie every single day. This was like peak autism. So I had to get it. Okay, I will listen to it. It's going over there. I'm gonna put it in my CD player. Like, the music on here, they've got everything. True Love's Kiss, Happy Working Song. That's how you know. That's how you know. Are you kidding? Do you know how many Lonan and Harrison playlists? That's how you know shows up. I'm gonna put it on my phone too. Like, I got this mood. Just dropped it on the ground. I hope the CD didn't break. It's fine. I got this moon necklace. It's like a toy and it's like brand new. The Toy Network. Ages 6 and up. This just looked like something I would like. Why wouldn't it like flip to the bottom? Anyway, it's cute. God, it's dusty. I'm gonna use hand sanitizer after this. I got a book for my grandma. I don't even know what this is. Sharp's Escape. I have no idea. She just likes books. My grandma in Maryland likes books about like history. She's like my sister. So I got this is crazy for $3.99. I'm like, this is 50 cents. Anyways, $3.99. I got a book of short stories. Oh, it's published by Anvil Press. I know that. $4.99 called Animal. And the only reason I got it, I've never heard of it. Oh God, the dust is so bad. I'm so sorry. The reason I got it is because it says on the inside, like, for like, what does it say? In style reminiscent of Raymond Carver. I was like, okay, fine. Like, then I'll get it. That was it. The prices were kind of insane today, but whatever. I'm happy I was able to get something from my grandma. That was nice. Hopefully I'll bring it to her if I have some time to visit the US. 3-act structure has worked for me for the original outline, and then I completely go away from it while writing. Yeah, I think it's grabbing hand sanitizer. I think it's a good base, because it's like sort of the simplest. Kind of going extreme with the hand sanitizer, but it's helpful for originally getting my thoughts together. Yeah, I think so. I think if you need like a little bit of like an outline idea, I also do that in my head where I'm like, okay, this is what the beginning major point is, like then the midpoint, and then like sort of what the end will look like. If I have those 3 things, I can write a whole book basically. Once saw a video that dismissed writing routines as meaning you're incapable of writing unless you do XYZ. The lack of nuance in my recommendations. Oh my, the way I would like have clicked do not recommend so fast. That's so annoying. Random, but I love the squishmallows on your bed. Thank you. I just tossed them there because I was saying I didn't make my bed properly before this because I literally just got home before the stream. That one's name is Winston, which I think is funny because my dog's name is Winston. Enchanted is the best, right? Like the Enchanted Girlies Rise. Now I need your Spotify. I have it somewhere. What is my Spotify? I think it's just my name. I think it's just Rachel Ashwood on Spotify. I don't know if I can send it to you, but it is public, I think. A lot. I think that song is on a lot of my playlists. Anyways. I live near Maryland. Yeah. I've been going there a lot my whole life, basically. I want to go sometime this summer, maybe at the end of the summer, it's going to be like a changing states field trip, which is stupid because I've been there a million times. And the only reason I set changing states there is because I've been there a million times. But anyways, hypothetical, how does one apply a 3-act structure to a lengthier work with multiple themes? Well, this is what I'm saying. Like these structures that are created in the world, like 3-act structure, what was it? This is Aristotle that created this 3-act structure. Maybe I'm just saying stupidness. Let's find out. I thought that's what I learned. The foundations of screenwriting who popularized the form? I swear to God, it was Aristotle. Yeah, Aristotle is often credited by screenwriting what did I just say? By screenwriting how to authors with having originated through act structure. Um, these theories are just made up by people. So like if your story wouldn't fit a 3-act structure, but it could fit another structure like a 5-act structure, a 6-act structure, maybe it doesn't have acts at all, then that's fine too. It's just like made up by people based off of observations of trends, but it doesn't mean that's like the only way you have to do it. So you don't have to do it if it doesn't work, right? 3-act structure helps me see cause and effect, and then it's about filling in the blanks. And then yes, you do know it was Aristotle. I should have just asked. I'd be like, yeah, who was it? Currently developing a playlist for my Pop Bunny idea. Ooh, nice. So Spotify is always good to share. Yeah, I think it's just my name. I'm pretty sure it's just Rachel Latchman, right? Can I share my thing? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't use Spotify. Why do I have 45 followers? Who follows my Spotify? Oh, that's nice. I don't know how to share it. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Oh, copy link to profile. I could share it here, but I don't know if you can click on it. That's me. It's just literally my name. I think all my playlists that, I talk about are public. Anyways, what does everyone who listens to music when writing listen to? I sometimes listen to music when writing and I sometimes don't, but I just listen to the music that I associate usually with the project. So for Changing States, if I was listening to music, I was listening to George Michael. For Sunless Ground, if I'm writing in Reeve's point of view, I'll either listen to like Daughter or Sarah Kinsley. If I'm writing in Harrison's point of view, I might listen to Current Joys. What is Harrison like? Like what I was sometimes Nothing But Thieves, but like Nothing But Thieves isn't really Harrison's band. That's like the Lonin band, but I don't write in his point of view anymore. It's still like oh, follow me, thank you. I was like, who follows me on there? Yeah, I wish they told you, because then I would like be like, thank you. Oh, do they tell you? They do tell you. I can expose everyone who follows me. I won't. Anyways, I do see that now, but they do tell you. It is a very Western. I agree. It's very, very, very Western. Very common. Try to develop a playlist per project as I go, unless a character needs their own playlist, because vibes. Oh yeah, that's what I tend to do as well. But Sunless Ground, I don't have a dedicated playlist for. If I want to listen to like a playlist, I'll just listen to the Seven Virtue one, or like the character playlist I did make. They're on Spotify. I don't have highly curated ones. I wish I did. I just dump random shit in there, like my Harrison one. How long is Harrison has several playlists. So the 1983 version, which is like the historically accurate version to what he would have listened to at the time, because canonically he'd be born in 1983, is 7.5 hours, which is not that long. Oh, I need to finish my Jeremiah running playlist. I only have 5 songs on there. Let's see. Harrison, why do you have so many playlists? Dancing with Harrison's almost 7 hours long. Party with Harrison is 3 hours long. 24 Karat Harrison is 44 minutes long. Harrison Hart, which is the character playlist, is almost 9 hours long. Yeah, why does he have what autism is happening on Spotify? I usually don't, but if I do, I listen to video game soundtracks. Oh yes, my friend says that he likes listening to video game soundtracks. He's not a writer, but still. Current plot Bunny is a lot of electro meets classical music. That is super cool. Lately I've had Breakups by Seaforth stuck in my head since I'm brainstorming rewriting a book I wrote in 2019. That's the song I originally split the main angsty pairing up to. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just listen to the same artists all the time. Like I only have like a handful of music that I listen to. If I can name them off the top of my head, the only people that I will actually like, that I actually listen to music to, and I find artists. I don't just like listen to songs. I find artists and I listen to their whole collection. So let's see, off the top of my head, all of the ones that I listen to, The Strokes is one, Julia Jacqueline is one right behind me, Ed Sheeran is one, because I mean, 13-year-old me was obsessed. Grace and Chance, obviously. Nothing But Thieves. Current joys like Surf Curse, all the Nick Radigan projects. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm probably forgetting all my favorite bands. Sarah Kinsley, like I mentioned. Did I mention George Michael already? I don't know. I just have faith so far. I'm going to take the rest of my life to listen to it. Oh, Jeff Buckley. What else? What else? Paramore. That's like it. Like I don't listen to like a huge selection of music. I always need music that fits. Oh, and then like Daughter, I forgot about them. I always need music that fits the vibe of what I'm writing or how I'm feeling. Oh, and Marika Hackman. Sorry. So it could be lo-fi, ambient, YouTube videos, or just straight up albums or artists on shuffle. Yeah, I think I usually find the vibe of what I'm writing within the artists that I already listen to. I curate my character playlist like their albums, so they're like 10 to 12 songs long. Ooh, that's so interesting. No, I just like dump songs that remind me of the characters. That's why they end up getting so long, because like I end up curating really large playlists because I have like a large body of work. Because I listen to a lot of songs. I don't, even if I don't listen to many artists, I have a lot of songs from individual artists. So I know a lot of people might like, oh, they listen to like 3 songs from so and so, but I have like everything basically from one artist. I have iTunes pulled up right now, like all the Grace and Chance songs I've listened to almost 1,000 times each, getting to 1,000 times each, 500 times or so each for all the Nothing But These. Like, so like, I listen to them a lot. So there's a lot of songs. Wow. I'm so shocked when I see songs I recently bought when they get up to my, like, they get higher in the plays. I'm like, what was I like, what was I on? Anyways, let's see. Think about the progression of the character with the song order too. I love album structures. Yes, I love album structure is so cool to me. That's why I only ever listen to albums in order. Oh, Billie Eilish is the other one I forgot. She's like probably the biggest artist that I listen to now. But like with her album, like I just listen to it. Like how I listen to music is I've been working, so I have Hit Me Hard and Soft. Is that the name? Yes. I just listened to that in order from start to finish, and I listened to it for like 5 hours straight. I know most people would probably go nuts if they did that, but I like doing it. It's fun. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. Now, I'm actually gonna write because it's been forever. So sorry, I didn't mean to talk so long. I'm gonna set the thing for 20 minutes, and we'll do at least 2, hopefully. And let me just share this with you. Okay. I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so like abrupt with it, but I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, bye. Okay. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can. What have I done? No, I think you can hear me. Oh man, the chaos toward the end of this stream. I'll explain. I just dropped the reason why. So let me pick it up. Got it. So I spent the stream formatting changing. So I formatted the first page of it to look like a novel because I'm gonna annotate it. I annotated because I just feel like shit about writing. So I'm like, might as well do something fun. And so I want to do it just to sort of annotate it. So then I had to go print it. And the printer was right there, but it was only like it's right next to the modem that's evil and hates me. But it was like it's like a foot too short. So I had to unplug my computer from my camera, and then the thing then StreamYard was like, it's not connected. And I was like, it's literally connected. Anyway, it was fine. I just had to turn it on. So that's why. But more importantly, as everyone else in the chat is doing, congratulating Pia for receiving their story, which is so cool. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing news. Is this your first like print publication? Is it print or is it both PDF and print? I'm like so happy for you. Either way, like it's so exciting. But yes, I'm so happy that you were able to like get it literally like on the stream. Like that's something huge to celebrate. Yes, it's in print. Awesome. Gosh, getting things in print is so fun. I think it's really fun to hold the actual physical writing. So yes, congratulations. Rylan for this print got 133 words, struggling with this one because it's in first person present and never writing present. So I keep slipping back to past. I feel that. I find first person present very challenging. Third present's fine. Third past is fine. First past is fine. First person present is probably the most challenging point of view to write for me. I've had a few of my short stories published too. It feels so cool to see it work in physical form. I agree. It's like, oh my gosh, this is on my computer. But anyways, getting the physical copies in a few weeks, I think, got to ship from Honduras, I think. Oh, wow, nice. Well, you're going to get them and it's going to be so fun. And then in the case of what I did, like a reading, everybody wanted me to sign theirs, which is fun. So you can sign yours. Tess wrote 109 words and also drew a picture. That's nice. Yeah, literally the whole thing took me just printing this out. That's so funny. Reread what I wrote and added 150 words or something words to it. Oh, nice. I love that. Yes. I think rereading what you wrote is such like an important part of the process that I feel like I don't do enough of on the sprints, like just taking some time to like just reread what I wrote. I'm at a part in Sunless Ground that is actually not boring, but for some reason I'm just not connected to it. I'm not having fun writing it, but it's delicious. Like there is so much drama, so I should be having fun writing it. I don't care. I'm like I have zero interest in this right now. I want to open the mood ring necklace. I'm sorry, I just saw it and I just want to look at it. So while I'm talking, I'm gonna open this. Do I have scissors? I do. Ew, I don't want to touch this for more than I have to because it's gross. Gross. It's like, ew, dusty. As my dad says, G-Rose. Let's see how long it is. I was worried it would be kind of short. Not a huge deal. I can always put it on a different like chain. It is like actually like a mood thing. Like if you hold on to it, like this is what it looks like right now. If I hold on to it with heat, it's not like a mood, right? It's not actually doing it by your mood, obviously, but it like will slightly change because of the heat. So it's kind of cool. It looks very nice. The length looks perfect. I'm just throwing shit everywhere in my room. Let's see what it looks like. It has an adjuster. Oh, perfect. Are you joking? Oh my God. Are you kidding? It looks so good. Anyways, I gotta use hand sanitizer again. Oh, so gross. Oh, hello. We were just talking about my necklace and that Pia is having their story come out. So they just got the PDF of it. 42 words. I got really caught up. Yes, I feel that. I didn't have the most productive sprint, but whatever. I don't care. um, only got 100 words because we got a crazy rush out of nowhere. It's always down on Fridays. Oh my gosh. I remember when I worked with the public when I was working retail, those random rushes that were like, why are you here? You know, like it was so bizarre. Anyways, 134 words, honestly great considering I came into this expecting to work on my research proposal package. Nice. I saw you posting about that. Congrats. That's so exciting. The drip, right? It's cute. It's kind of giving like, why is it giving sun stars? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I think it's cute. And like this bracelet, my childhood friend, we went to elementary school together and then she moved away when I was like in elementary school. I don't know, like grade 6 or something. So she started like a little jewelry business. I've been posting about it on my Instagram story. So if you want to support her stuff, like I keep reposting all her stuff. And so like she sent me this bracelet, like that's a little bonus with the bookmark that I got, and it's so cute. And I have like sensory issues when it comes to like bracelets. I've always had sensory issues when it came to jewelry. Thankfully for necklaces, it's not an issue too much anymore. But for bracelets, sometimes it has been, depending on the kind of bracelet it is. But it's adjustable, so it doesn't like move. I have a really small wrist, so I think I might take off the adjuster because I don't need it. My wrist is tiny. I don't know why. I'm like, hello. Anyways, but it's like very comfortable, you know, because it's like it's just glass bead, so it's not like scratchy. It's very nice. I like it. The captain of the Sunstar ship. I feel very happy that you said that. I think it matches. It's so cute. It's like a little moon and it has a little sun. So, did anybody else read that really sad Christmas book growing up called Moon and Star? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. I thought we were gonna do another sprint, but I've been talking so much that I don't think we can. Moon and Star book. Christmas Story, published in 2005. Governor General's Award. Oh, is this a Canadian book? Really? I'm asking as if anybody else would have read this book when it literally, it can. No one's going to have read it. Anyways, look it up. It's called Moon and Star, A Christmas Story. Moon and Star. And it's about a dog named Moon and a cat named Star. And it was like the best book. And I used to borrow it all the time. These are like early autism symptoms that like nobody was clocking. I was like, I would just borrow the same book every week for months on end at the library when, you know, you're supposed to get a new one. Like I would borrow the same book. I had a rotation of books, and this was in the rotation, and another book called Prince William, which is about the oil spills, I think, that happened here in Canada. Prince William book. Now I'm just like getting distracted. Prince William by Gloria Rand. All that's showing up is Spare. Prince Harry. I'm laughing. If Sarah was here, she'd be laughing. Anyways, but Prince William was a good book too. That one was about like an otter that she rescued, I think. Was the name? It was it an otter named Prince William? Anyways, that one was my favorite book ever, and I bought it. I literally found a copy and I bought it because I was like, I need to have it. Because it was like my childhood favorite. And if you had the library card at the back, how did they do library cards nowadays? Like, what are the Gen Alphas doing? Do they have library cards? Anyway, so like the sign out card, it would just say like Rachel, like for weeks on end. It was the only book, and I would just memorize it. That was a distracted way of saying that this reminds me of the Sun and Moon and what is it called? I just said what the title was, and I forgot already. The book. It reminds me of that. Oh, you ever like talk so much that you like annoy yourself? Oh my god. Talk. That's what I say at my house. I wish you guys could hear like how I talk with my family, because I talk like a lot like that with it's a minor little Guyanese accent. I wish you could hear my Guyanesisms, but I can't. I remember being in a poetry class one day and we were reading, like, it was, I would have been able to read it because it was sort of like in the dialect that I know how to speak in. And my prof was like, do you want to read this poem? It was a poem that we were talking about. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's just like a fun thing for being at home. Anyways, maybe one day. Should I start talking Guyanese in my videos? Okay. 0 words for me. That's okay. I didn't write anything either. This is all I got, and this is the best thing I did today. I'm gonna annotate it, and then I'm gonna put it in my junk journal that I showed you earlier. Halfway through the day, I'm very suddenly aware that there's something touching the back of my neck and it's legal. Right? I do that with headphones too. I recently got over-ear headphones and they haven't been bothering me. They're like the most sensory-friendly over-ear headphones I've ever had. But then, like, just randomly at the end of the day, I was like, oh no, I need to get these off of my body immediately. But they're very nice. While I was rambling about my childhood books, literally no one cared. I'm just kidding. When I was little, my dad had me read a book a day. So, oh wow. So I memorized DW Go to Your Room by Mark Brown, a book I adored that I pretended to read it to him out of spite. Oh wow. That's funny. I love having like specific childhood books. I still have a lot of them from my childhood that my mom had at home too. I got as far as writing the title of this chapter, and that's it. That's so fair. That is so fair. I just don't feel like writing. I just don't know why. So I'm like, okay, then I'm not going to force myself to do it. But if I can do something adjacent, that's fine. I don't think I would mind revising, honestly. Like, I think I could revise Changing States. Like, I wanted to novelize it. I think I could start planning that, and I would be able to do it. But just like drafting, I'm not excited by it. And I'm like, okay, then what's the point of me writing Seventh Virtue or Sunless Ground, actually, in this case, if I'm not having fun with it? Because like it's supposed to be fun, and it's not the book that's the problem. It's just me. Like it's my attitude on my end. But oh well. Back finally, what did I miss? I was just talking about like writing sucks, and I was talking about childhood books and stuff like that. Yes, childhood reading preferences. You said that a lot better than I did. So those are the books I was reading when I was a kid. There was also this series, I think it might have been by a Japanese author. I do have them upstairs. They were they were about these mice. I want a particular one that has, there was one where the little mice, like there were a family of mice, like they made jelly buns or whatever. I couldn't find that. It was a purple book. I couldn't find like a copy of it, but I found the copy of the mice doing the laundry. And then the mice, there's another one with the mice, like the snow day, I think. But the one that I particularly liked was the one with the jelly buns in it, because it just, the illustrations were just beautiful. I think the author might be Japanese, but they, I think there were English translations, but you can find them like on like the vintage bookstores online. I don't think it's that old though. What is the name, man? It's gonna bother me for the rest of my life. Mice. I don't know how I found it the last time. It's not Seven Little Mice. What is it? What is it? Here, it's this. What is the English translation of this? I found it. I'm just trying to put people on these books, because these ones were really good and I really liked them. And I wish more people knew about them, but I don't know what they are in English. Another book that like I remember reading a lot as a kid. Well, I didn't read it a lot, but my teacher read it to us. And it was called Varjak Paw. I'm not sure if anybody else read that one. Oh, here I found it. I think it is Japanese writer, but they translated it. It's a Ukrainian translation. Ooh, here we go. I found the author's name. Bless. I'm gonna find the books. I think quite popular in Japan. Kazuo Iwamura from Tokyo, I think. So Seven Little Mice Go to the Beach. Where's the one where they do the laundry? Where's the one where they're in the snow? No one cares. Like, I'm obsessed with finding this, but like no one cares. Hooray for Snow, maybe was that the one? I can't remember. Sticky Buns. That's all I want to find. It's like the family of 14. Is that what it's called? The 14 Forest Mice? Harvest Moon Watch. Meadow Picnic, Spring Meadow Picnic, I think I have that one upstairs. Summer Laundry Day, I have that one upstairs as well. But the one that was my favorite was the purple one. I'll find it later. That was one of my favorites. Look it up. It's really cute. I think they have like a YouTube videos of somebody like flipping through them too. I have all the Warrior Cats books memorized. I know a lot of people loved Warrior Cats. Literally wrote a short story with Warrior Cats OCs 2 years ago. Oh, cool. Used to be able to write really good a couple of years ago and not have to take constant breaks. Now I can't even write a whole chapter without tossing it aside and calling it rubbish. Sometimes it just takes a while to get adjusted to the voice that it, just as you develop as a writer, you also develop a critical voice. And sometimes it just takes a couple of years for the critical voice to just calm down. Like, because sometimes it's just overworking because it's so new. And then over time, it'll kind of relax. At least that's what happened to me. I've been endlessly reading my work from last year when I felt excited about writing. Oh, I think that's a good kind of technique. I should, but also I kind of feel, that like urge to like not engage with anything that you enjoy because it's like, I don't know, it's like overwhelming. That's how I feel about like rereading like Changing States. I feel like it would really overwhelm me with like how much I'm excited to do it. Anyways. Um Oh, discovered my favorite genres in Jurassic Park book, sci-fi, and Fairy Godmother Academy. Why is that familiar? These are familiar. I think maybe my school might have had these. I don't know. They're cool. Um, I read Despero like 5 times as a kid because the illustrations of the rat scared me and my OCD ass obsessed over anything that scared me. Oh my gosh. That's like exposure therapy to the extreme. Dude. Oh man. Yeah, I'm like terrified of small animals, probably including mice. But for some reason I really liked this book. 14 mice. Ooh, you could get the whole set. But I don't think they have the English translation in a set. Mice Japanese author book sticky buns. Me just plugging this into Google and hoping for the best. Of course, that resulted in nothing. Winter. Winter sledding day. It was about this. Ooh. Do they have one? I want it. I have to have it. It's like these memories of these books that you have when you're a kid. Like you think of the specific like illustrations and the ones that I remember. That's how I know those are the ones that I should try to track down because I love them. But because I still remember them, even though I was like 3. Anyways, I never read Percy Jackson. One of my friends that I have reconnected with recently too, he said that he read Percy Jackson recently. And I was like, oh my God, I had all the books because I had the box set, but I just never read them. So annoying. I literally had them. Should I read them, Pia? I always wanted to read the one with the older characters. Is that the last? What is that? Something Olympian? I don't know. I'm not helping. They're all Olympian things. I don't know. Pia, you would know better than me. The YA version was like quite popular when I was like into booktube. So I wanted to read that. But I was like, I need to read the middle grade series first. But I wasn't really interested in middle grade when I was a teenager. So I should have just read the YA ones. I'm sure I would have liked it. But I didn't. Anyway, so should I read them? I see yes. So maybe I will. It's so goofy too because the little rat in the book wore a spoon on its head, and that scared me for some reason. So many things like scared me randomly as a child too. Maybe it's like we don't see it the way that it's supposed to be when we're like kids, so maybe it didn't look like a spoon. The second series is trash, is it? That's not what I want to hear. Just read the first series. Okay, if you think that I would enjoy it, then I'm sure I will. I love reading fun things, and it seems very fun. But I remember the second series was very popular on BookTube. Everyone was talking about it when I was like 13 or whatever. So, oh man, I am tired. No, it's not. Do you like the second series, Tess? Do we have opposing opinions in the chat? I just keep thinking about this 14 Forest Mice book. They have it on Amazon. But do I want to buy it from there? Somebody has a review on here from 2013. Oh my god. But who's it coming from? Fulfilled by Jensen Books Inc. Or sent by Jensen Books Inc. Maybe this is where I got, because I might be able to buy it directly from their website. I don't know. Some people like the second series, but it annoys me to no end. It was my shit in high school, but now I'm like, what? Oh, interesting. I just want to read them so that I know the lore of your stories, to be honest, Pia. Like, the only reason I am very motivated to do it is because I just have to know. Like, I want to know the character. Like, I would read the whole series for your characters. Like, oh my god, like, this is the lore or whatever. That would be exciting, I think. Whenever I look back on my childhood favorites, I have questions, namely, how does the girls' only magical secret work when trans people exist? The Fairy Godmother Academy was a time. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know, it's so interesting, our childhood faves. Trials of Apollo doesn't exist and Heroes of Olympus is a suggestion. Was I right? Was that the title, Heroes of Olympus? That's the series. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, right? Yeah, because I think the last book, maybe? Was it? Maybe in the series? It looks like. Anyway, they were coming out around the time that I was kind of interested in books online, so there was so much that I was hearing about them. You really only need to know the first series and one short story to understand. My guys, send me a reading list then. What's the short story? I'm mad because I had all the physical books, but maybe they have audiobooks. I think I might enjoy the audiobooks. Okay, then I see some people like it, some people I don't know. So let's see. Maybe I'll read it, maybe I'll like it. I don't know. Okay, now I feel convinced. And I know the TV show. I've seen your thoughts on that, Pia. So I won't have high hopes for it. But I also wanted to watch that. I remember watching the OG movie with my family. We can't have a conversation if you guys actually like Blood of Olympus. Oh, now I want to read it. Maybe I'll like it, Pia. Anyways, I think I'm gonna log off. I was gonna do another short, but I'm tired and I need to get out of the house. So I think I'm gonna go get some coffee and then go on a walk. And then I'll come back home. I need to clean my room as well. It's not messy. It's not messy. I just throw a whole bunch of shit on the ground. But anyways, it was nice to talk with you guys. I'll see you next week, probably. Shoot, no, not next week. Probably not next week. I have plans next week. I can probably do during the day next week. Not around this time because I think I have something to do after 5. It'll probably be around the same time. Whatever. I'll see you next week. The audiobooks are good. Okay, I never actually read them, but the adult, as an adult, the audios are baller. Yeah, I think I would really enjoy the audios. Okay, see you guys. I'm gonna sit here while the stream ends. Thanks for coming and for listening to me talk and for doing 20 minutes of work with me. Okay, see ya.